Hey, everybody, and welcome to Take the Stairs podcast. I'm Grant,
And I'm Trey.
and we really appreciate you tuning in and giving us a listen. If you don't mind, please give us a follow on Twitter at Take the Stairs Podcast or email us at takethestairspodcast@gmail.com. So, Trey, what are you drinking today?
I am drinking some Bai antioxidant lemonade.
Yeah, it is 1:30 in the afternoon at recording this, so we are not having our typical alcoholic beverage. I am drinking water. So.
Yes, gotta hydrate. This is definitely the earliest we've done the podcast because we've done it like 9 or 10 o'clock every other time. So this is
Yeah, we
new.
usually always do it at night. Which, not only is it in the afternoon, but we're both going to cleanse from alcohol for a little bit because we just went on a trip to the beach where we had a lot of fun. So,
Yeah, yeah, we had a blast. We went 4-day trip. Got on the beach every single day. It was great. Beautiful weather. Also, we got so lucky. It was amazing.
we did get incredibly lucky with the weather. It was fantastic. Not a cloud in the sky, and no rain, which
Yeah.
is always lucky.
We had no issues with rain. Literally clear skies like every day.
We did get locked out of the apartment, though.
No, I knew that was gonna come up.
It's
Uh,
got to. It's got
yeah.
to come up.
So shame on me. I have never done this before, but it was the first day we were there, and I locked the doorknob. Just turned the doorknob lock and walked out. Thought I had the keys in my pocket, and we all walked out, and I didn't have the keys. And that was I was like, what are we gonna do? I thought we were gonna be locked out like all night. Like we'd have to like I didn't know what we were gonna do.
Yeah, I thought we were about to be hanging out on the beach all night long.
Yeah.
Or I had my wallet. That's all I had. So I was like, well, hell, we'll just go to a bar and drink all
Yeah, I
night.
mean, I was like, we're screwed.
Yes. But uh, I guess now's a good time to announce a new addition to the cast as well. Our
Yeah.
good friend Riley climbed up to the balcony that we were on the second floor. He climbed up there and was able to get in through our back door to the condo.
Yeah.
So he saved us big time. And as of next week, he will be joining Take the Stairs.
Yes. I'm so
Yes,
pumped.
that's exciting. He'll bring in different personality, bring in different interests to the podcast. I think help diversify what we talk about and all for sure, and also contribute a lot of good stories.
Yeah, he's a good storyteller. He's always got something crazy going on.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, so excited for that. And yeah, he hooked us up on the condo there with getting locked out.
yeah, superhero moment. He climbed up like at least 20 feet, more like probably pushing 30. It just
Yeah, it was high up for
and it
sure.
looked effortless too.
Yeah, he did
Yeah.
make that look very easy.
Yep.
It was very impressive. And then COVID's blowing up again, but down at the beach, it really seemed there weren't a lot of people there, which I was shocked by.
Mm-mm. Things weren't too busy. I guess it calms down in August.
Yeah, it's later in season, and then also we were there midweek. We went
Yeah.
Monday through Thursday, so I'm sure that helped. But there was
Mhm.
like nobody there.
Yeah. I
Uh,
mean, whenever we went, like, yeah, not really packed. Dude, the beach was so open. That spot we found on the beach, like, there was just a few people around. I mean, that was it.
hmm
Nice and quiet. No one was really annoying. So that's good. It's always something you got to worry about when you go to the beach.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, that was a fantastic spot. I will probably always go there whenever I'm back in the
Yeah.
Outer Banks,
Nice
which that's
stretch.
where we were.
Yeah, yeah. Outer Banks, love to go there.
Have you finished season 2 of that show?
Yep, yep.
Man, I did.
Finished it up. I think I talked about it on last week's podcast, but I had not finished it then. But yeah, finished it up. It's a good
And
show.
verdict? Yeah.
Yeah.
Season 2 live up to 1?
Um, I don't. It. I mean, it was still enjoyable to watch, but I don't think it was as good as season one. I think they kind of
Mm-hmm.
added some things that were like out of nowhere. Like they built the foundation of the show in season one, and you always got to add some stuff because it's a new season. But they really just things came out of left field. Like, they added this new because they're like hunting for treasure and stuff, kind of thing. Like, or there's someone stole the treasure, and they're like, trying to get all this gold. And then there was like another really important piece of gold that came out of nowhere in season two, that really you'd think would have been mentioned in season one, just because of the history of it. And so yeah, I mean, there was that, but it was still a good show. I enjoyed it, and I recommend everyone watch it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it sounds like they were just kind of gasping for air, just trying to hold on to something with making a new treasure.
Yeah,
Got to get a new season, got to get that money.
yeah.
But yeah,
Definitely a
I
lot
was
more.
interested to see that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely a lot more action too in season two. I would say it was kind of
Mm.
interesting. Um,
I don't like when shows do that either. They like overcompensate for lack of story and depth, and they just throw in more action.
yeah.
I used to love to watch like action movies and fight scenes and all that kind of stuff. Now I just get bored.
Mhm.
Like if it's a long fight scene, I'm just like, what is going on here?
Yeah, I mean, you can't just like only have fighting and it'd be like over the
Yeah.
top, you
I
know.
feel like so many movies now, like they have like these ridiculous like 10-minute fights
Mhm.
at the end, and then at the end of the movie, and it's just like, what is like this is not fun to watch.
Yeah, and it's usually like it's the same thing over and over again, like
Mhm.
they just keep dragging it out. Yeah. I
Yeah,
agree.
we know who's gonna win,
Yeah, yeah.
whichever the main character is. Also, like it just doesn't seem very realistic. Like I don't know. I don't love movies like that. Although I've heard Wrath of Man with Jason Statham.
Oh, is that
It's
new?
Yeah, it's a new one. I think it's on like Prime to rent. Maybe HBO Max. I don't remember, but
Okay.
uh, I've heard that it's very like John Wickish.
Mhm.
So, which I love the John Wick movies.
Yeah, dude, I still haven't watched them. I know we've talked about it, but I gotta watch them.
Yes, you do have to watch that.
They're on the list. I need to get on it. There's a huge list of movies, by the way, to all the listeners. I have not seen so many movies. I don't know why. But so Grant and Riley have been building on this list of movies that I need to watch, and we've been chipping away at them. Um,
Yes, Trey has watched every shitty movie out there, but has not watched the classics. All the ones that people should watch. So
yeah.
we have educated him. I believe, if I'm not wrong, like 3 or 4 years ago, we watched the first Indiana Jones, and you said you did not like it,
Oh, don't out me like that.
which is just wrong. Just wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I've always like had this weird thing about older movies that, like when I first watched the Star Wars movies, they're like 1980. I didn't really
Hmm.
like them, and so when I first watched, I mean, I liked Indiana Jones, but when I first watched, I was like, I don't really like this. It's like old. But I mean, yeah, it's kind of something I've had to like. I'm like, I gotta appreciate it, because it's a good movie.
Yeah, I mean, definitely when you watch an older movie, I think you have to realize that it's gonna kind of suck compared to other things. Like, so yeah, you have to be realistic of like what they could have done at the time and all. But
Yeah.
I think Indiana Jones, it gets there. It checks the boxes. That's good.
Yeah, I mean they
Which they're
also.
making a new one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he'll be like 70, I want to say, or 72,
I
making an
know.
Indiana Jones film, which is crazy.
Yeah. Um,
Absolutely insane.
And that's one thing like about older movies that you gotta appreciate. So they don't like have all this like action and it's not like flashy and stuff like that with the new technology, but they focus more on like the storyline and the writing, and that's what you gotta appreciate. That's what like I've had to like get over, because like I'm just wanting all this action and like all this cool, flashy new CGI and stuff like that. But like older movies, they don't have any of that. So you just gotta like appreciate the movie for like the writing and everything. Because I mean, the movies are getting worse because writing and storyline is terrible. So
Yeah, it really does seem like that. I don't know why they don't just write a better action movie. I feel like everyone has a terrible storyline. Like I just watched probably 2 weeks ago. I watched Without Remorse with Michael B. Jordan. The
hmm
trailer looked awesome,
yes,
uh, and I watched it while I was working out. And I mean, it just the storyline was weak. Like it started out strong, it was really good, but it just got so cheesy and stuff at the end there. Like, just
hmm
other than that, though, it was a sick movie.
yeah, I
It was
still need to
cool.
watch that one.
Yeah, it was good. But yeah, I don't know why they can't um, do things better there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I agree totally.
But back to the trip, I was offered a job as a lifeguard while chilling on the beach. So
Oh yeah.
that was funny, interesting. Will not be accepting, but appreciated the offer. Um,
hmm
so did not expect that, but very cool. Um, we Ubered on the trip, um,
Yeah.
and Uber really needs to update their terms and conditions because it said when we bought the first Uber there, it said you have to wear a mask and you cannot sit in the front. There were three of us, but we couldn't sit in the front. But we roll up, we all got masks on, and then we get in this guy's back seat, all three of us, and the guy is like kind of roasting us. He's like, "Dang, y'all are all sitting back there together." And I was like, "Dude, it says we have to." He's like, "Oh no, you can come sit up here." And then he's like, "Ah, take off your mask." No worries.
Yeah, I mean, so that was the first Uber. I've never Ubered before, so that was my first time Ubering, and I like, I didn't think it would be, I don't know. I was worried it would be like weird, Which the first guy, so we Ubered to the brewery and then we Ubered back. The first guy that Ubered us to the brewery was like really chill, and he was like talking to us the whole time. It was pretty cool, you
Yeah.
know. And the second guy, oof, it was very
The
quiet.
second guy was he just wasn't a talker. And that's one thing I hate is when your Uber guy isn't talkative. Like,
Mhm.
because I feel like I don't want to sit there and have a conversation with the people I'm with and like exclude the guy, but I also don't want to sit there in silence. So when you're trying to talk to him, he's just like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, bro, let's put in a little work here.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, it
yeah, the
was
first
very
guy's,
yeah. It just made it really awkward, you know. Like
yeah,
we're in the car with him for like 10 minutes and just no one has really said anything. Um
yeah.
it was
Well,
just kind of
I
weird.
kept trying to talk to him, and he just wasn't really, wasn't biting.
Yeah. Which was kind of funny because the guy that was quiet had like 5 stars and like thousands of trips. It was crazy, you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how many. I want to say he did over 5,000 trips.
Yeah, like that's insane. How long
Yeah,
has he had to been Ubering to do that?
I don't know. I mean, I have no idea how many they do on a night. Um, but it's definitely crazy. I would not
Yeah.
have guessed that.
I mean, I DoorDash for like a few weeks, and I mean, I did like, I mean, it's a different market, but I mean, I couldn't have done more than 30 or 40 trips for
Hmm.
like, you know. So I mean, that's gotta. I mean, he's had to have done that for years.
Yeah, I mean, I would guess so. And also, you think the Outer Banks. I can't decide on whether I think that would be a good place to be an Uber driver. Like,
Mhm.
a part of me thinks it would, but then another part of me is like, so many people just go down there and rent places like near the beach. Like,
Mhm.
I don't think you. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they do all right. But
Yeah, they probably do okay, but I don't think it would be that good of a market, honestly, because so many people like ride bikes and walk there, you know?
yeah, yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah, so many people are just walking to the beach because it's really not that far. You know, I mean, it's such a
Mhm.
small strip of land. I mean, you
Yeah.
can walk.
Yeah, so I mean, when you left on Thursday, and me and Riley were gonna go get dinner,
Hmm.
we actually didn't because we couldn't find any place uh, A that was open or B that didn't have a ridiculously long wait. Um, and we were trying to get on the road, get home,
Yeah.
but it was funny driving down that road next to the beach. I was like, man, you could literally live here and just never drive.
Yeah.
Because there's everything you could ever need is on that road. Like
Hmm.
you could just ride your bike everywhere.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, bikes are
Uh,
super popular there.
yeah, I would definitely ride one all over the place
Yeah.
if I lived there. But yeah, so we did not eat. We went to the Kill Devil Grill, which appears to have gone out of business. Um,
Really?
yeah, I mean, it said they were open. It said they were only closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. Well, we went on Thursday and it was closed. The building was in rough shape. No cars in the parking lot, so it looks like it went out of business.
Dang. I haven't eaten there before. Um, so I don't know, but yeah, it sounds like it's closed.
Yeah, and then we went to a brewery thinking they would have food, but they didn't have any food actually. So we decided to call it.
Yeah.
And hit the road. But we went to Bob's Diner, which is famous for telling you to get the hell out after you
Yes.
eat. And we were talking about how much we did not like that particular slogan. It was just weird. It was weird in there when they said it to you. Like,
Yeah, so I've like, I pass it every time I go there, but like I've never actually eaten there. And I know that's like their thing on the sign. It's like eat and get the hell out. And it's like, kind of a catchy, funny thing. I did not realize that they told you to get out when you were done or they gave you the check. I did not know that. It was kind of weird.
yeah, it was pretty funny. And like, she said it so, like she was not into saying it. You could tell she was
No,
tired of saying
she
it
was
because
very uncomfortable.
she was literally just like, "Oh, thanks for eating with us. Like, once you finish, get the hell out."
Yeah.
I was just like, "All right."
Yeah, she was like really nice. She was like, "Oh, thanks for coming, and everything," and then get the hell out. I was like,
Yeah.
"What?"
It was also funny though, like they really rushed you when you were eating. Like
Yes.
our friend Riley, he was in the middle of his meal, and she comes by and takes his plate.
He's like eating his biscuit, and he's like clearly still eating it, and he put it on the plate, and she just grabs the plate away. It's like,
Yeah,
uh-oh,
hilarious.
we got to get out of here apparently. Like I was still had pancakes on my plate, like just grabbed them. It was pretty
Yeah, yeah,
weird,
yeah.
but
It was funny how quick they were about it.
yeah,
Yeah, I think that's about the trip, in a
yeah.
nutshell. We talked about doing a cruise jokingly, and
Mm-hmm.
and then we talked about COVID. I don't know if you saw, but I just retweeted on Take the Stairs a story 5 hours ago where a cruise ship has been docked because they have a COVID-19 outbreak.
Oh no.
So that's what we were talking about. We were
Well,
saying how fun it would be to do a cruise, but then like how we don't want to do it with COVID because people get stuck on these cruises and they won't let them off.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but what's crazy is it was a requirement on this particular cruise. It's a Carnival cruise, um, and it was the vast majority of them were vaccinated. And so far, every single person that has tested positive for COVID-19 was vaccinated,
Wow.
and they still won't let them off the ship.
That's kind of crazy.
So yeah, even though none of them are really sick, it says they all have mild or no symptoms.
Hmm. Well, that's good. I mean, that's the biggest thing I think with the vaccinations. I mean, even you can still get it obviously. I mean, vaccine isn't going to be perfect, but most people, I mean, I don't Do you know the percentage of people that are actually like hospitalized that have the vaccine and get it? Isn't it like nothing, basically?
Yes. So shout out to World News with BK, the podcast. If anybody's interested in more news specific podcasts, go listen to BK Actual World News with BK. Um, but he discussed the stat, and the statistic is that 0.004% of those vaccinated here in the United States have been hospitalized or died from COVID-19.
Wow.
So that is 4 thousandths of 1%.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I
Yes.
mean, yeah. So yeah, definitely get vaccinated because you'll be all right if you can even
Yeah.
get it. So
That is the only stat you ever need to hear.
yeah.
You have a 0.004% chance,
Mhm.
if you're vaccinated, of being hospitalized or killed.
Yep.
So there we go.
Hmm. Oh, and this just reminded me of talking about the vaccine. The first Uber driver, he said he got J&J. You know, we got J&J too. And he was like, said he thought he was having a heart attack because of the vaccine. Well, he also said he's dehydrated too, so that was probably a big factor as well. You know, but he's like thought he was having a heart attack because of the um vaccine.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, this guy, I asked because he said he got J&J, and that's what we got. And
Mhm.
so Trey was fine. Me and Riley were dead.
Yeah, very very
We
sick.
were very sick for about 24 hours.
Yeah.
Um, but so we asked this guy how it made him feel. He said, I had to go to the hospital. I was like, was having like heart attack like symptoms. Um, but when he went to the hospital, they told him he was severely dehydrated. So that's what it was.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. And
Yeah.
that's terrible.
Yeah, I know. I haven't heard of anyone having like that type of problem. You know, most people are just sick or feel bad. Um,
Yeah, I haven't heard of that either. And also, like the Uber driver, he seemed to be in like decent shape. Like
yeah.
he was a normal sized guy.
Yeah.
Probably like 170, 180.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean,
5'10".
yeah, completely
Yeah.
normal dude. Yeah, so stay hydrated. If you get stay hydrated, there you go.
Water break.
Yeah, so that was kind of crazy. But he's fine now, by the way. Um,
Yes, he's
yeah,
fine.
he's perfectly fine now.
The it's interesting, with COVID is breaking out again all over the United States with the Delta variant. Um, and a lot of universities now are starting to require masks, even if you're vaccinated. You have to wear them indoors.
Hmm.
But Stanford University has gone a step further, and they are enacting weekly COVID testing regardless of your vaccination status.
Hmm.
What you think on this one?
So I am. So we just graduated, but I'm doing a master's degree for 1 year at a new school. Um, but they are requiring COVID testing as well, weekly or bi-weekly. But if you're vaccinated, you don't have to. So, but if you're unvaccinated, they're making you get tested. I don't know if this is a new recommendation from the CDC or something, or maybe a university organization, but I think a lot of schools are starting to do this. But so you said Stanford is making every student do it regardless of status.
Yes,
Interesting.
yes.
So yeah, I
Every
mean,
single.
I think like I don't know. I mean, it's not hard to get, a COVID test and it's very quick. I mean, it's annoying. But, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
I mean, to me, it's just kind of. I mean, I don't know. Like,
You think it's over the top?
I do think it's over the top. I just think it's hysterical. the reaction now. Like we just said, 0.004% chance you're going to be hospitalized or killed by COVID if you have the vaccine. So, I mean,
Yeah.
are we really going to baby the population over a 0.004% chance? And if you choose to not get vaccinated, then that's totally fine. You can take that risk. Um,
Yeah.
I don't think we should protect you from yourself.
Yeah, I mean, the vaccine is readily available to the entire country at this point. So I think we're both on the stance of, if you choose to not get it, I mean, that's on you. So, I mean, I don't know. I think, yeah, I mean, people that are vaccinated are fine. So, you know.
Yeah, you're starting to see a lot of places now adopting a vaccination requirement. Like you have
Mhm.
to have this to work here, you have to have this to go to a restaurant or a concert. Like New York City did that.
Mhm.
And I think in principle it's a good idea, but I don't think it's going to work in the real world. I think it's an infringement. You're forcing somebody to get vaccinated or give up these freedoms. Um, and then also, I mean, the stats are out there. It's going to affect the people who will affect the most are minorities. Um,
Yeah.
and so, like, I mean, I just think it's a terrible idea to do that. It's a bad rabbit hole to go down. Um, yeah, that's how I feel.
Mhm. Yeah.
So we'll see if New York reverses that decision or not, but they probably will not. One thing I
Yeah.
did see was interesting about the COVID-19 affecting the sports world. The UFC has a massive fight scheduled for it's scheduled in November sometime. I want to say November 19th.
Okay.
Uh, and it's in Madison Square Garden, so
Oh.
Lower Manhattan, right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one of the fighters, Michael Chandler, has said that he will not get vaccinated. Um, he said he's like, look, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I believe in it. He's like, I think it's safe. I think all those things. He just said that, hey, my body is how I make my money. I'm not going to put something in it that I don't have to. Which I get that. It's his choice. You know, but since he won't be vaccinated, now there has to. They will New York even let him fight?
Yeah. That's true.
He's the headliner of the show. Um, so it'll be very interesting to see what happens there.
Yeah. I mean, so he's like the main event there.
Yes,
I mean, so do you know when it is?
I think it's November 19th.
November 19th. Okay. I mean, yeah, they might let him let it slide because it's like a show. I don't know, but I mean,
Well, they listed specifically the state of New York when they gave the law. They listed that you have to be vaccinated to enter arenas for sports and entertainment.
yeah,
So it falls into that category. Now,
yeah,
whether they let the performers get out of that is one thing,
yeah, that's true.
but I mean, there's no way the guy could get vaccinated now, though. Like, I doubt he would get vaccinated this close to a fight,
Mhm.
just in case it did make him sick or anything.
Yeah, like that could affect him because I mean, right now he's like prepping to start
Yeah,
cutting
yeah.
and stuff. So
Yeah, I mean, fighters are so strict on what they eat. Michael Chandler is the strictest of them all. For 12 weeks out from a fight, he doesn't have any alcohol, no sugar, nothing.
mhm.
Um, he does it all natural. He gets real lean. Um, so that'll be interesting. I hope it works out though, because he's one of my favorite fighters to watch, and
Yeah, he's
I don't want
awesome.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like I can understand from his perspective not getting it because of he makes his money off of like fighting and so I get that. I wonder if the UFC will potentially think about leaving. If that's a possibility, I don't know. Like if New York doesn't let him fight, or that becomes a problem. There's potential that the event might move or something.
100%.
Yeah.
Um, Dana White loves to tell people to fuck off, and um,
Yeah.
if New York says that you have to be vaccinated, Dana will immediately be like, "We're going to Florida. We're going to Texas. We're going to Vegas."
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
uh,
wasn't the first events they had in Florida?
yeah, they're in Florida.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, that'd be awesome to go to a UFC fight in Madison Square Garden, though.
Yeah, it would be.
It's like maybe the most legendary arena out there is MSG.
Mhm. Oh, totally.
Um,
Yeah, I completely agree. Like that's the
yeah,
one everyone like wants to play in. Like you always hear about like basketball players, they like want to play, you know, in that arena and everything and like yeah.
yeah, yeah. Which is interesting. I read an article about the New York Knicks. You know, they've obviously struggled lately. They had a pretty good season this past season, but before that they'd struggled a lot. And it said that the cost of living in Manhattan is just so expensive that a lot of like young players they don't want to get drafted by the Knicks. They don't want to go play there because even though they're professional athletes and they get paid millions of dollars, living in Manhattan is just so expensive. They don't want to
Mhm.
do it.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, it's
but
crazy how expensive it is.
oh, it's insane.
Like yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's absolutely insane. And I mean, play for the Knicks. MSG, it's your home stadium.
Yeah. Like yeah, I mean, you don't have a choice. You got to live there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It was funny the Spike Lee stuff that was going on. It was like a year ago
Yeah.
when he got all pissed, so they wouldn't let him come into the back of the arena. They were like, "You have to use the main gate." He like went to war with them over it.
Yeah, I mean, isn't he been like season ticket holders for like 30 years?
Yeah, I think since like the '80s,
Yeah.
he's
Dang.
gone to every game sat courtside.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dedication for sure.
Yeah.
If I'm the New York Knicks, I'm not. Why would they want Spike Lee to be pissed at him?
Yeah, I know. He's such
So
a
good for that.
yeah. I mean, he's such a
Yeah,
popular dude. Like,
yeah. Like I'm sure they honestly lost like fans. Like I bet there's some people that are like, I'm not gonna support the Knicks.
oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, but and then you got Derrick Rose there now.
Mhm.
Knicks are looking good.
They are. They're looking really good.
Yeah, I saw something the other day that said Derrick Rose's MVP in 2011 is the weakest MVP in recent NBA history. And
Mhm.
I was like, what? Weakest MVP? Derrick Rose was a monster
Yeah, I mean, definitely. If you
prior
look at what'd you say?
prior to his injury.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
If you look at the numbers, I think they're lower technically,
Yeah.
but I mean, numbers aren't everything. Because I
Mm-mm.
mean, the numbers change so much year to year anyway. Just I mean, rules change, the way the game is played it changes, and everything like that. So I mean, you can't just strictly look at numbers.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I would probably disagree. There's probably a weaker one for sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna say there's a weaker one. I mean, I remember T Rose was so good back then.
Yeah.
I'm pulling for him hard in New York.
Mhm.
In other basketball news, one thing that is insane is the Dennis Schroeder contract.
Yeah.
Uh, turned down 4 years, 84 million from the Lakers, and then signs a 1 year, $5.9 million deal with the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
The Celtics stole Dennis Schroeder.
I mean, I can't imagine. First of all, turning down $80 million. I mean, that seems kind of crazy.
I know.
But I mean, like, I don't think that's a bad contract for Schroeder. Honestly, that sounds like a good contract. But also for him to like after that, he's only getting 6 million. That's very low for him. I think. I think he's at least a 10 to 15 million player. Honestly, he
Yeah,
brings
no,
so much.
I agree. The 4 year, 85 million deal is fantastic
Yeah.
um, for Schroeder, and he said he felt like he was worth 120 for 4 years.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, I mean, that's 30 mil a year.
yeah,
That's,
I
I
mean, come
mean, yeah. He's not an all-star. That's like all-star money right there.
yeah, and we're fans of Schroeder. We really like him.
Oh yeah. He's a great
Yeah,
player.
but he is not worth 120 for 4 years.
No.
And then $6 million is an absolute steal on him. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
agree with you.
know.
He's worth 10 to 15 um, a season. But I'm thinking he'll have a great season with the Celtics. More than likely, he'll have a great season, and then they'll either give him a massive contract extension or he'll get traded somewhere. They'll appreciate him.
Yeah, I think he's got a good opportunity there.
Yeah.
And I think he'll probably get, as long as he, doesn't have a bad season, he'll definitely get a better contract out of that, I think. So,
Yeah. And then other Laker news: the Damian Lillard. I don't know if you saw this. Somebody tweeted out, uh, "How much should I bet that the Lakers still get Damian Lillard before the season starts?" And then Dame saw this and retweeted it, and then put on the caption, "Bet a million."
bet a million?
So everybody's been interpreting this as he being sarcastic, like, "Come on, bro, really?"
Yeah.
Or like, "No, do it. You'll get rich."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know
mean,
what to.
I think it starts sarcastic, like, "Bro, I ain't leaving."
Yeah. I
But
mean, I don't know. I don't know how to react to that. I don't feel like players comment much on stuff like that. That's interesting. I don't. I mean, well, the Lakers already have Westbrook, so I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
you
I
don't
don't.
need.
Yeah, I think they're set. Yeah,
How could you possibly afford Dame as well?
yeah. I don't think that would work. I don't think they could even do that
Yeah,
on top of what they have.
it's funny that the tweet had that picture of Dame, after he hits the famous Dame picture after he hits the shot where he's like just chilling with a straight face and everybody's like freaking out.
Yeah,
It was so funny.
yeah.
Dame is the man.
I love
Can't wait
that
for that
picture.
to come out. We'll be reviewing that one.
Yeah.
Dang, Dollar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Which,
making sure to find out.
speaking of albums, I think we were expecting the Kanye album to come out, and it still has not come out.
Yes, we've been talking about this for 3 weeks on the podcast now, anticipating the release of Donda or Donda. Um, it was supposed to come out Monday, and then it did not come out at all.
Yeah.
So I don't remember when the new date was. I want to say it was the 17th. August 17th is the new date. It's projected to come out. Which uh, Kanye West had a funny photo that he posted of his room in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
So the Titans are going there to play the Falcons, and Kanye decked his room out in Julio Jones gear. Like everything is Atlanta Falcons and Julio Jones.
Really?
Yeah, he's got like his jerseys on the wall. He's got like posters of him everywhere. He's got his helmet. Um, in his closet, it's just like multiple Julio jerseys. It's kind of funny,
Yeah.
also a little weird.
Yeah, I mean, like obsessed with it.
Yeah, I wonder how Julio will feel about that.
Yeah.
Probably respectful. I was shocked though by how like lame Kanye's room was.
Oh, really?
Like it was super bland.
I gotta see a picture of this.
Yeah, Google Kanye West Mercedes-Benz stadium room.
Let's see. I'm like super bright now because of my screen. Um,
It's just very basic, very bare bones.
it is very basic.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
it literally is a mattress on the floor. It looks like.
yeah, this is like dorm room. He's got a dorm room.
Yeah, honestly, he does have a
Yeah.
dorm room. All right, now type in Julio next to your search. and see if you get that.
I don't see it. I still get the dorm room.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
see that. But basically, I'll paint a picture for you. So you're looking at the dorm room. His bed is now Atlanta Falcons sheets, pillowcase, everything.
Oh,
The
like
empty wall is gonna be Julio Jones jerseys. His closet is nothing but Julio Jones jerseys.
what the heck?
Yeah.
That's so
It's,
weird.
also, this guy wore pantyhose to his release party over his face.
Oh boy. What do you how do you think Julio's gonna do this year on the Titans?
I don't know if you remember this, but when we were at the beach, I said hot take: Julio's not going to work out at Tennessee.
Oh yeah. He's not gonna work out. I think he's gonna be great.
Yeah, I mean, wide receiver is one of those things where if you truly are a great wide receiver, you're going to be good everywhere.
Mhm.
Because you're just going to get open, and as long as you have a quarterback who can somewhat throw,
Mhm.
you're going to be phenomenal.
Yeah.
I don't like Tannehill though. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't love him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had a question about that. So like, what is it that you don't like about him? Is it just like you don't think he's like that good just in general, or I was wondering.
yeah. So in general, I don't think he's that good. I mean, he hasn't had like, you know, I'm looking at his times right now. His 40-yard dash is 4.65. Um,
Mhm. Respectable.
dang. Okay, this is interesting. Yeah. So first of all, I don't love Ryan Tannehill overall because I don't think I don't know. I don't see him as a Super Bowl like caliber quarterback.
Mhm.
I think is good. Yes. It. I mean, obviously he's great. Even he's a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Oh yeah.
But just overall, no, I don't think he's a Super Bowl caliber. I don't think he's a deep run of the playoff caliber quarterback.
Okay.
Interesting note though, he played college football at Texas A&M, where he was a wide receiver,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
he transitioned to
He
a
moved to
quarterback.
yeah. So like, that's kind of crazy. There's like a few that have done that. I can't think. There's someone else that did that too. Oh, I can't think of it. Well,
That
what'd you say?
that's crazy.
Yeah. So there's also a guy. Do you remember when the Broncos had COVID and all their quarterbacks were out, and that wide receiver had to play quarterback?
Yeah,
I can't. It was like started with H. Do you remember his name? I can't remember his name.
I remember his name, but Nick you're talking
Yeah,
about.
so he played quarterback in college and then transitioned to wide receiver. So like he was a quarterback in college, so it's kind of the opposite. Um,
Now that transition I can understand.
mhm.
I can understand that one because to be a receiver, you have to be freakishly athletic and you have to have good hands. And I can
Yeah.
see how being a quarterback first could help you with being a receiver
Oh,
because you kind of know,
definitely.
yeah,
Yeah.
but the guy receive. But to go from receiver to quarterback in college, that seems crazy to me.
Mhm. That's
And
a
to still get drafted,
yeah, that's a big like switch.
yeah, that's ginormous.
Yeah.
That's very impressive. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't great on the Dolphins,
No, he
um,
was not.
where he spent most of his years. I mean, the Titans were great last year. Um,
Mhm.
he had a good season, and he also didn't have great receivers. Um, but they had Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I mean he had a 2,000-yard season, but I think if you give him, you get a team around him. Well, I think if you get a good team around any decent quarterback, you can win a Super Bowl. I don't think
Yeah,
you have to have like an incredible quarterback. Um, so I think, and with Julio and him together, I think Julio's going to up his game too. That's why I think like, because he had, what's his name on the Titans? The wide receivers like Brown. Oh, I can't
yeah.
remember. That's his. I
I
think
know.
that's his last name. He's pretty good, and I think he's really young too. Um, So him and Julio together is what I think is gonna like make them really good. Like the Titans overall, like they're gonna have a lot of weapons on offense. Um,
Yeah, AJ Brown is who you're talking about.
yes, AJ Brown. Mhm.
Um, yeah, I mean, for sure, he could be like just a late groomer in a quarterback, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and the Titans are looking good. And
Mhm.
ever since I've gone to Nashville, I'm a Titans fan. Um, they have a cool stadium.
Yeah.
And I know you were into them last season.
Oh yeah, I'm fans of the Titans now for sure.
So I'm rooting for them. I'm really glad they took Julio out of the Panthers division. Don't have to face him 2 times a year.
Yes, definitely.
But
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Titans right now.
Mhm.
They play tonight at 7 o'clock.
Oh, there's a preseason?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
obviously
cool.
Julio will probably not play.
Yeah, I mean normally they don't. It's like a few minutes maybe.
And I see a headline that says Tannehill will not play tonight.
Oh well, at all.
Yeah, he's not playing. Henry's not playing. Um,
Yeah, I mean preseason is kind of just a waste of time at this point, I
have you
think.
watched?
No, I haven't watched any of it. I don't usually ever watch it. I know that, like, 'cause this season they're adding an extra game, so it's like 18 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And they took away a preseason game, so now there's only like 3 preseason games. And I mean, I guess it's a good way for like, the backups and everything to get playing time. So it
Yeah,
makes sense to me. I mean, at least have a few, I guess. But just from
which
a viewing perspective, it's, no one really cares, So,
it's funny. I've seen like a lot of people posting about it where they're like, "I'm watching preseason just because I'm just so excited for football to start."
yeah.
But then like you watch it and it's like, all right, this is high school, football.
Yeah, it seems so, which, those are the best players in the world at
Yeah, I mean they're all
football. Yeah, they're just the backups. So it seems not as impressive, even though they're better than college football, but it's just the way, I don't know, seems weird.
well. Also, they're just trying things out. They're trying different protection, trying different plays,
Yeah.
and I mean it's gonna crash and burn like on some occasions.
Mhm. Yes.
Which opening game for the Titans is the Cardinals.
Oh, interesting.
That's a perfect matchup for them, I think.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good game.
Those teams are very similar.
You know what day that is?
September 12th
September 12th.
at 1 p.m.
All right. Is the 12th like opening day kind of? Is it Sunday? Like
I
is that
believe so.
everything ramps up? All right. Take the stairs,
Uh,
listeners. Get ready for that week, because we're gonna go hard. I'm so
oh yeah,
excited.
yes, very excited on that one. Yeah, it appears that September 12th is the opening week.
All right. I'm so pumped. We're only a month away then.
Yeah, I know. We're getting there. I mean, that's a long month though.
Yeah.
There are no damn sports on.
Yeah.
I may have to watch the Premier League. We have to start doing that.
Yeah, I might have to check it out too, honestly.
Okay, September 9th at 8:20 p.m. is the opener. Bucks and Cowboys. What a
Bucks?
great opener.
Yeah, Bucks and Cowboys.
I hope the Buccaneers slaughter the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I know you hate the Cowboys.
Rip their souls out.
Yep.
Crush all Super Bowl dreams they have.
So speaking of the Buccaneers, I had a question for you. So Tom Brady is 44.
Hmm.
How many more years do you think he has left? I mean, this has been talked about 4 years, but
This is something I like to think about.
yeah.
It's hard. I really try and pay attention to Tom now. Like, if he does a speech or something, I always listen to it
Mhm.
just to see how he talks about the future.
Yeah.
Um, earlier this summer, he did an interview where somebody asked him, they said like, "Oh, like you're gonna play forever, man. Like you're not slowing down." And he very quickly interrupted him and said, "Hey, just so everybody knows, it is coming to a close." Um, and so when he said that, I was thinking, this is last year. I was
Yeah.
thinking he's gonna do this and he's gonna retire. He'd be 45 in the next season. So like,
Yeah.
but at the same time, when they did the ring thing and he gave a speech, which is more recent, it was about
Mhm.
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
He said he was not going to stop playing until he could not play.
Yeah.
And as far as that goes, I'm going to give him 4 years.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think about him being that old, even as old as he is, people aren't playing this long. But I mean, he just won a Super Bowl and his style of play, it's perfect for a long career. It's amazing. And I think it all personally, I'm going to take an easy road, but I think it all comes down to injuries. And if he doesn't get injured, he's going to go as far as he can. But I think what's going to end his career is an injury, and then that's going to be it. Um,
When you say an injury, do you think like from a tackle? Do you think
yeah, like I
like
think I think he's going to get sacked and like hurt his shoulder or something, and I think that's just going to be it. I just because of how much older he is now, and I know he's putting in all the preparation and everything. And the biggest thing for Tom Brady is to get a good O line around him that can protect him, and that's why he's had such a long career. Is the teams he's been on have been perfect at getting O line protection down, and he's so good at getting the ball out quick too. I mean, he's rarely ever gets sacked, so it's like perfect. But I think that he still does get sacked, and I think like that may be something that will end his career. It's just, I mean, it even doesn't have to be a big injury, even like some small things are just because of his age. I think that might be what happens, honestly.
yeah, Tom, I I would love to be able to go and see what like daily life is at the Buccaneers.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, because I would assume that Tom is just so laser focused. I mean, he knows at this point all he's playing for is legacy. Like
Yeah.
that's it. I mean, he's already solidified himself as the greatest ever, so why not be more great?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I mean, you got seven, let's make it eight.
Yeah, I know.
So, like, I wonder, like, how like locked in, like, and aggressive he is. I would assume incredibly for
Mhm.
that reason, knowing what's on the line.
Yeah.
There you go. I thought it was funny at the Hall of Fame induction this week. I saw a picture of him, and he's carrying around like a water bottle. He has like a big like metal water bottle, and he's carrying it around with him, which I thought was kind of funny because he like famously drinks 5 gallons of water a day.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's enough to kill a normal human.
Yeah. So I thought it was funny to see that because you never see people like at nice events like carrying around
Yeah.
water. But hey, the TB12 diet cannot be denied.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I would love for him to win the Super Bowl.
It's crazy. It's crazy he's won 7. But
Yeah.
I mean there's no stopping him. I mean there's no reason why he couldn't win another one. I mean, yeah, I mean I think he's probably going to play at least 2 or 3 more years as long as injuries are fine. I mean, like he seems, and speaking about like the determination and everything, I feel like nothing has changed for him. If not, he's more determined because of his age. It shows how impressive it is that he's still able
I
to
think
win.
he's hungrier than ever.
Yeah.
Because at this point, he has no job but to silence the haters
Mhm.
and increase his legacy.
Yeah.
Like in in my opinion, that's got to be the most motivating.
Mhm.
Uh, you know, he's ungodly wealthy. I
Yeah.
mean, if I was Tom, I'd be like, dude, just make my contract like $1 million, and then let's just pay everybody and make like a super team.
Yeah, I mean, because that's what you could do at that point. I mean, he
And
doesn't
Tom
really.
has taken pay cuts his whole career. I mean, everybody knows this.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, yeah, you got to do that. Like, Because yeah, you're right. He needs a fantastic O line. Got to keep him
Mhm.
healthy.
Yeah.
And then yeah, Bucks, they got a great team.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
So I'm stoked for the season. That's gonna be a great opener.
Mhm.
Who do you think wins?
Um, it's always, uh, I think the Cowboys are going to bounce back this year. Um, they had a lot of trouble last year, obviously, but I think they're going to be all right this year. But I think the Bucks are going to win. I think the Bucks are also going to have a really good year still.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you just can't count out Tom Brady. I think, yeah. I mean, minimum 10 games.
10 games
Minimum. They're probably getting at least 12 though.
minimum. I think they'll get at least 10. They're definitely making playoffs.
Yeah.
Their division's ass.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna win the division.
Yeah, and I mean I think they're serious Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah.
Very serious. Uh, but damn, uh, that would be so wild if he won an eighth one. I
Mhm.
agree. I think the Buccaneers will win the opening game against the Cowboys. Dak Prescott apparently has re-injured his leg.
Now that's detrimental. I did not know about this.
Now they have not said this officially, but he keeps getting MRIs. He's on his second or third MRI,
Hmm.
so clearly something is bothering him.
Yeah.
Um, so we'll see. We'll see on that one.
Mhm.
It's not looking good though.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, that's what ended their season last year.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if he's got trouble there still, because it was a really bad injury, um, with his leg there. So I can understand potential re-injury, and maybe they're just also trying to be sure he's good to go, because I mean, season's picking up soon. So,
Yeah,
uh,
I'm definitely hoping I'm injured going in there.
right. So I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens there.
Yeah.
Um,
And then another quarterback that suffered a horrific injury is Jordan Burroughs or Burroughs. I said Jordan. He's the best wrestler in the U.S. Joe Burrows. Apparently, he's having mental struggles with recovering from injury,
mhm.
which I can understand when you have your leg obliterated like that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, his injury was awful.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah. I mean,
So
completely blown out knee, right? Like, I mean,
yeah, I mean it was ACL, MCL, all kinds of DLs.
yeah, I mean, he had to like have complete reconstructive surgery on all the ligaments
Yeah,
and
I mean
everything. I mean, it's crazy.
he's gonna wear like that robot brace for the rest of his career.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, I wish him the best. I know. Don't you think that LSU team? You think it's like one of the you think it's the best college football team of all time, right?
They were incredible. Yeah. I mean, they were amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're definitely up there for sure.
Yeah.
I think the Gators back with Tebow, though, they may have to be it.
Yeah, they were pretty awesome too.
Like '07, I think the '07 Gators.
Mhm.
They may have to be my greatest college team of all time.
Yeah.
But the 2021 App State football team is about to be the greatest football team of all time.
Yeah, with a new quarterback. That's great timing. Yeah.
Yeah, we touched on the Hall of Fame there a little bit. Megatron, Calvin
Mhm.
Johnson, inducted
Yes.
into the Hall of Fame for obvious reasons. He's phenomenal.
Mhm.
And then Peyton Manning was inducted. Also, rumors of Peyton Manning being the next NFL commissioner.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I know
Which,
people hate the current commissioner, so.
yes. Yeah. Which, honestly, I really like Peyton as a commissioner.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves him. Like,
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, he really seems like it, and
And I mean, he's one of the greats too. Like, that would be awesome.
he's got like that politician feel to him too.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
so I could see him being the commish.
Yeah, I mean, he's always been a good personality. And he's like in tons of commercials and like people love him and stuff. And yeah, I mean, I
Hmm.
could definitely see that. I think it'd be a good move if he like wanted to do it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, why not?
And I mean, obviously, I mean, he was in the NFL for like 20 years, so he's gonna, he's gonna know everything. I mean, there is to know about the game. So,
Yeah, I mean, he knows what's up for sure. And then one thing we tweeted out uh, was a clip on our Twitter. I think it's there's podcast of a Peyton Manning skit he did for SNL. It is hilarious. Go check it out. Um, you will not be disappointed. He's
yes.
being kids with footballs. Um, so some more NBA news.
Mhm.
So we got Kemba Walker going to the Knicks. We
Mhm.
have this is the big one. Isaiah Thomas potentially signing with the Lakers.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dropped 81 points in a
Yep,
game.
which is
Um,
ridiculous.
and he hasn't been in the NBA in a couple years at least. But I loved him. He got like really good. And then kind of went downhill a little bit there and hasn't been in the NBA since. But I mean, I would love to see him get a contract. That would be
Yeah,
awesome.
it'd be awesome to see him ball for the Lakers. Um,
Yeah.
do I think it will happen? I don't know,
Yeah.
but I would love it if it did. It'd give
Mhm.
me a reason to like the Lakers again. Um,
Yeah.
but and then also we have somewhat related to the NBA, J.R. Smith enrolling at North Carolina A&T University,
Mhm.
getting that liberal studies degree, and potentially playing golf.
Yeah.
Playing golf. Uh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know he played golf.
I ain't either. A lot of NBA players do play golf though.
Yeah.
They're pretty big into it. But I've seen a lot of memes saying that like J.R. Smith is stealing some kid's scholarship to go play golf.
I mean, he doesn't need a scholarship. He can, hopefully, he can afford it.
Yeah, I think with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes so much off of deals because of the new ruling for NCAA athletes.
Mhm.
So I mean, it's a great move for him. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll just be fun.
Mhm. Yeah, that would be pretty cool to see.
And then Udonis Haslam talking about how long Tom Brady can last. If Udonis Haslam just signed for his 19th year,
Yeah.
I think Brady can keep going.
Yeah. Totally. Basketball's well, it's kind of interesting. There's a comparison here between basketball and football, and football is a rougher sport. Um, but I get if you're a quarterback, it's a lot different though, because it's not rough on quarterbacks really.
Yeah,
Um, but like how many years you can play like completely changes on what position you are in the NFL. But basketball, like compared to quarterbacks, is kind of similar, honestly, on how long you can play. Um, like normally
really.
like I mean, I would say most NBA careers end late 30s, like good players, you
Hmm.
know.
Yeah, you're right about that. But I would definitely say playing in the NBA is much harder on the body than being a quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
mean, I
it's
personally,
it's longer the season. Um,
it is longer, and I think I mean, I think being an NBA player physically on the body, just because of all the jumping, there's just so much impact.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just brutal on the body. I think it's one of the hardest
Yeah.
out there.
I mean, it's up there just because the season's so long and it's just they're always running and everything. Um,
But it's crazy that Udonis is still playing, and then the Heat even came out and said that they love him. He can play as long as he wants.
yeah, I mean,
Like,
he
they're
played
gonna keep
there.
signing.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he played there for so long. Um, yeah, that'd be funny if they just kept signing him and he like only played like 20 games or something.
Was he there back with LeBron?
Um, I want to say yes. Let me look it up real quick. Um, because I mean, I remember him playing there for years and years. Uh, yeah, he's only played in Miami. That's it.
Jeez.
So, I mean, he started in 2003. So yeah,
Well, that's very impressive.
yeah.
Definitely keep signing him. Dude, make him the mascot. Make him the Miami Heat mascot.
So I'm looking here. So his career kind of ended in 2014. In 2015 he played 37 games, averaged 7 minutes. 2016, 17, 18, 19 and 20 he's probably totaling 40 games here. So but he played one game last year, got 3 minutes and 2 buckets. So he has been recorded in a game. So career's still going strong.
Yeah, yeah, that's all that matters.
Yeah. He's 41 years old.
Jesus Christ.
yeah,
That's so impressive.
I know. Bro, sign
And
him.
then the U.S. men's basketball team, they won the Olympics. They got gold.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, one gold. Squeezed it out. I was worried about him. I was watching part of that game, and then like the game got close and then they kind of took it away. So,
They started out horribly.
mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. They the first 9 shots, the first 9 threes the U.S. men's basketball team shot, they missed.
That's not a good way to start.
But then the last like 3 minutes of the first quarter, they came back and just going off.
mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very impressed. Glad they got the W on that one.
Yeah, for sure. I was worried. I thought it wasn't going to happen, honestly. I was concerned.
And then they have Iguodala is back of the Warriors.
Mhm.
So the famous "I want Iguodala" thing. It's all good in the world still there. And then also related to the Warriors, ESPN The Last Dance killed,
mhm.
and ESPN has a bunch of new documentaries that are supposed to be similar to The Last Dance, like queued up.
Mhm.
But one is going to be Steph Curry documentary
Oh,
about his struggles of getting to the NBA
that's cool. I would love to
and like
watch that.
Davidson and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be phenomenal. I think
Mhm.
um, that's a really good one.
Yeah, that's really cool. I think that would be awesome because it took him forever. Even once he got to the NBA, like he wasn't that good. Like I mean, it took him years to get like to the level he's at. Like now he's obviously one of the best players. But yeah, I mean, he wasn't like it took him years to get really good. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean he changed the game for sure. He
yeah.
made point guards lethal.
Mhm.
It's ridiculous how good he was, or still is.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. The second half of this season, he went off.
Yeah, he did.
It was ridiculous. Um, I saw that Aaron Rodgers, it was reported that he kept in touch with Jordan Love during the offseason and helped him develop as a quarterback.
Interesting.
Helping the competition, I think, is cool. Aaron seems like a cool guy.
Mhm.
So that furthers that narrative. And then we talked about this at the beach, the Skip Bayless incident, getting in a
Yeah.
fight with his coach. um, on the air,
Yeah.
which is pretty funny because he called Mike McCarthy fat. Like, what was he even thinking?
Yeah.
How is that going to go well, my man?
Yeah, should have prepped an audio clip for the podcast here, but I definitely would recommend checking that video out. It's very interesting. It's not often you see like TV shows or sports shows like that where there's a big confrontation, and I think that show's live in the morning, I believe. Um, so you don't want it to get out of hand.
The way it blew up, it seems like there was something going on there.
Mhm.
Uh, like there seemed like quite a hostility between Skip and Jimmy Taft there.
Like previous
Uh,
tension.
yeah, there was something there. At least it seemed that way.
Mhm.
But yeah, he criticized Mike McCarthy's weight, and she goes off, which honestly I think she was right.
Yeah.
Like, why are you talking about some guy's weight and that affecting his coaching ability?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
And
so
then
many good coaches that are, I mean, a lot of coaches are overweight, you know? Like,
Andy Reid,
yeah, exactly.
Bill Belichick.
Yeah, I mean, the coach for the Buccaneers, I can't remember his name at the moment. He's overweight too, I think, right? I mean, they
Bruce
just won the Super Bowl. Yeah, Bruce Arians just won the Super
Yeah.
Bowl. Boom. I mean, there's so many. It's like that's kind of dumb.
Not our man Dan Campbell though.
Yeah,
Jacked and tan.
for real.
Dan Campbell is my new favorite coach.
The coffee guzzler himself.
Bro, Dan Campbell, I want to be my spirit animal. He's gigantic. He's so big. It is hilarious. That is like what everybody envisions a football coach looking like, in my opinion. You
Mhm.
think of just an old school, like hard football player. You
Yeah,
picture Dan Campbell,
absolutely.
the Starbucks guzzling machine. Starbucks, where is that commercial at? Give me Dan Campbell
Yeah.
in a commercial. Just running through a wall, like just taking out drywall, and then like toss a venti pipe place to him
Yes.
with the double, the black eyes, just to rose it back. That's a perfect commercial.
That
Where's that?
is honestly.
Yeah, it's his marketing crank. Just
Yeah, for real. Oh, speaking of which, you just got a new job.
yeah. Work for a marketing agency now. Um, did the first day meeting this morning. It went well. There were a couple new hires. They hired 5 new people. Just got to
Okay.
meet all them. Yeah, they all seemed nice, seemed cool. Look forward to getting to know them better. It just seems like a cool, really good company to work for, good culture.
Mhm. Yeah,
Um,
that's really good.
yeah, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
All next week I'll be starting, so
All right.
looking
Sounds
forward to
good.
that. Keep you updated on that one.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear about it. You know, it's a new I mean, this is kind of your first time in like a full-time like office job, right?
Yeah, like a legit job. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited to hear about it. What do you think about you know, a job like that? 'Cause I mean, yeah.
Yeah, wearing a suit and tie every day will be interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Be very interesting. But honestly, I kind of dig it. I like it.
Yeah. It's kind of cool.
It's fun to dress up every now and then.
Yeah, be like really professional and everything. Are you gonna be able to like meet lots of clients and stuff? Like, do you know how that's gonna work or?
At some point, yes.
Mhm.
Not beginning, but yes.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's one of the coolest parts about like a job is just like meeting all the people, like all the clients and like helping them out because you know, I mean the whole point is like you're helping their company or whatever. So like
Hmm.
that's one of my favorite parts is like seeing all the work that you're putting in is like actually like seeing the outcome of it, is really cool. That's like my favorite part. Is like,
Yeah, no, I agree with that, and I will be doing that. Even at first, I'll be doing that a little bit. Like,
hmm
I'll actually be physically at like our clients' locations.
cool.
Um,
Yeah.
work, yeah, yeah, and then as it progresses, I'll be meeting with more like management and stuff. So,
hmm
yeah, it will be cool. I'm excited.
Nice.
Also, if you Google Dan Campbell now, coffee is recommended. Funny.
Yes.
But yeah, do you have anything else for the
Yeah,
pod?
I mean, I think we can go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah, I think I'm about out. Yeah, thanks everybody for listening. We will be back on our regularly scheduled programming midweek,
Yes.
um, around 8:30, 9 o'clock.
hmm
Start next week. Summer's coming to a close now. We're starting to have, we're going back into our normal lives. So,
Yep. Yep. Everything gets started up next week.
yes, and we'll have the new co-host. Riley will be joining us next
hmm
week,
Yep.
hopefully. Um,
Yeah.
and so, yeah, looking forward to that. So yeah, thank you all so much for listening to us, and give us a follow on Twitter at Take It Serious Podcast, and email us at taketheseriouspodcast@gmail.com. Yeah,
Yep.
have a good one, everybody, and
Yeah.
appreciate you listening.
Yeah, we are on Spotify now as well. Multiple podcast platforms. Take the Stairs Podcast. No spaces, by the way. Sometimes it doesn't show up. So Take the Stairs Podcast. Twitch, YouTube, Spotify. There's Google Podcasts. All those. They're going to be uploaded regularly after we record. So go check it out. And we're excited to really kick it into gear here. Yeah. So I think that's all. Thanks for listening, everybody.
All right, yeah, we're out.